Hello students, welcome back to e-learning Edu. So in today's class, we'll be looking on the confirmatory test for the different anions present. So if the anion is carbonate, then we'll be moving on to the confirmatory test for the carbonate. So in order to do that, too little of the carbonate salt dilute hydrochloric acid is added. So you have to take a little of the salt, that is, carbonate is present, right? So dilute hydrochloric acid is added. So if there is a presence of brisk effervescence, then acid decomposes and carbon dioxide is produced, and this is a reaction. So sodium carbonate, okay, so here the sodium carbonate, when it is reacting with the HCl, what will be happening? This Cl will be reacting with the Na to form NaCl, plus along with the elimination of the water as well as the carbon dioxide. And again, the next confirmatory test is little of the salt solution barium chloride. So we have to add barium chloride to this little of the salt solution. A white precipitate which is insoluble, which is soluble in dilute HCl is formed, means then the conformation carbonate. This is a confirmatory test for the carbonate. And again, test for the acetate, confirmatory test for the acetate. A little of the acetate salt is rubbed with the, so you have to take little of the given salt and again rub with the dilute sulfuric acid in the, with help of the watch glass, by using the glass rod. So if you get a vinegar smell, then this is due to the formation of acetic acid. And this is the reaction. You have to study the reaction as well. So CH3CO Na is our salt, that is acetate salt. So this acetate salt, when it is treated with the sulfuric acid, here NaHSO4 plus CH3COOH will be formed. Again, to a little of the acetate salt solution, neutral ferric chloride solution is added. So when you add neutral ferric chloride, red colored solution is obtained. So this indicates the formation of ferric acetate. So this is a reaction. So the sodium salt is, when it is treated with the ferric chloride, you will be getting this compound along with the NaCl will be formed. Next is a confirmatory test for the chloride. So the confirmatory test for the chloride is too little of the chloride salt, concentrated sulfuric. You have to add concentrated sulfuric acid. So if you are getting pungent fuming gas which gives dense white fumes, when a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide is shown at the mouth of the test tube, that indicates the chloride are decomposed. And the concentrated sulfuric acid to hydrogen chloride gas, HCl, is converted to the ammonium chloride in the presence of ammonia. Okay, so that is the confirmatory test for the chloride. And next is to a little of chloride salt A. So you have to take a little of the chloride salt solution, and again nitric acid. You have to add dilute nitric acid as well as silver nitrate. So when you add this, you can see the presence of white curdy precipitate which is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide. So it indicates the presence of chloride. That is a confirmatory test for the chloride ion. And next is the confirmatory test for the nitrate. So in order for that, you have to take the nitrate salt, that is a given salt, and you have to boil it with a concentrated sulfuric acid, and a piece of paper ball is added to that. And if you get plenty of brown gas, then it indicates the presence of nitric acid. Okay, and again, the next is you have to go for the brown ring test, which is a major confirmatory test for the nitrate. So little of the salt solution is mixed with the equal volume of freshly prepared. So you have to freshly prepare the ferrous sulfate solution, and it is added to the nitrate solution, which should be in equal amount, and concentrated sulfuric acid is then added along the side of the test tube, along with the shaking. If you get brown ring at the junction, then it indicates the presence of the nitrate. Next confirmatory test is the sulfate. So here, too little of the sulfate salt, you are adding dilute hydrochloric acid as well as a barium chloride solution. So if there is a white precipitate formed, and this is due to the formation of barium sulfate. Okay, and again, to this little of the sulfate salt solution, dilute acetic acid and lead acetate solution is added. If you get a white precipitate, then the precipitate formed is of the sulfate, hence the sulfate is confirmed. So these are the confirmatory tests.